Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new, welcome to my little fragrance channel, and if you're my subscriber, thank you so much and welcome back. So today I'm really excited to talk about my fragrances I've been wearing and enjoying so far this winter, and also I really want to talk about the fragrances I'm going to be wearing Christmas week as well. This Christmas, my husband and I, we've decided we need a break, much earned break, working constantly all year. So we're going away for the Christmas week, which is really exciting and I can't wait. We're going skiing with some friends, and yeah, so we're going to be really, really excited about that. And I'm going to be picking some perfumes to take away with me as well, but we'll come back to that later on. I think we'll just get into the fragrances that I've been enjoying so far this winter. Some of these fragrances are probably mentioned in other videos. Some of them you've probably seen in other videos. There's a lot of good quality, lovely, and popular fragrances out there that are mentioned quite often. Some of these fragrances are actually new, and some are just not new, but I haven't mentioned it before. So there's a real mixed bag to show you, but I hope you enjoy listening to them all, and I hope you find it useful if you're looking for a new perfume for winter. And yeah, we'll just get into it, I think. I'm going to jump on with a nice easy wearing scent. This is Hugo Boss, the scent. This is the Private Accord. This is really, really lovely, easy one to wear. This is actually a lovely transition fragrance from autumn to winter. There's a lot of flankers in this line. I get really confused with all the different ones. And when I went to, I've heard about this one and I wanted to try. I went into a department store and got totally confused because there's so many. There's the scent Intense, there's the scent Eau de Parfum, Eau de Toilette, Private Accord, Absolute. And it gets really, really confusing. This is the one that stood out to me. This one stands out from the others because it has a more of a gourmand feel to it. It stands out with its scent and how it makes me feel. Off the bat, this one smells like soft mandarin. Definitely soft mandarin, and it's followed up with a lovely cacao note. I've stopped listing all the notes on the screen only because it takes me so long to do it, but if you prefer me to do that, let me know down below because I'm happy to do it. If it helps you all out, I'm happy to list all the notes. But I've gotten into the habit of just talking about the ones that I think are relevant and ones that actually notice and ones that you're actually going to smell when you're actually, when you're sniffing the perfume. And I would say certainly for this fragrance, it's the mandarin and the cacao that are noticeable. It's really, really soft, it's really cozy. There's a floral note to this, which I think just makes it rounded, really pretty and really rounded. It is feminine. It's a feminine, cozy, soft day wear scent. I think this is one you can wear to the office. This is one you can wear anywhere, really. With that gourmand feel to this, it's lovely for autumn, but because it is soft and there's something kind of fun about it maybe, it's just nice for winter as well. Really enjoying this for day wear. There's also a coffee note in here, which I think is quite noticeable. Yeah, it's sort of mingled together with the chocolate, with the cacao, and it's soft and it's powdery and it's feminine. Hugo Boss, the scent Private Accord. Next up we have another nice easy day wear, which is also slightly gourmand. This one I have mentioned before, and I bought this back in autumn. And I really did enjoy wearing this during the day in autumn, and I've actually been reaching for it rather a lot since the winter's here. I think something about the bottle draws me in as well. It's like a Christmas star or something, and the blue is like frosty. Yeah, the packaging's lovely. This is Angel. This is the Eau de Toilette. As mentioned before, the Eau de Parfum was always too strong for me. It was too sharp, and it was just unenjoyable for my nose. Too much patchouli. I'm not a fan of strong patchouli. This one does have patchouli, but it's knocked right back, and it has much more softer approach. This one is about the apple and the praline mostly. There is patchouli in here, but to me it's the praline and the apple that I think that come forward a lot more. It's less sharp than the blue, than the Eau de Parfum. This one's, it's smoother, it's lighter, it's sort of fluffier than the original. You still got that same Angel DNA, but it's kind of like an echo of what it was. It's a softer echo, much more enjoyable, and it's a lovely, lovely day wear scent. Again, obviously you've got that gourmand quality to it. This is a fragrance that I feel like myself when I wear this. You know how fragrance obviously can lift a mood, it can suit a mood. Every day you feel different. You just want to enhance however you feel with the fragrance, which is obviously what they're for, and they're fantastic for that reason. When I wear this Angel, I feel like I'm a bit myself, you know. I feel like it suits my character, it suits me. If I don't know what else to reach for and I'm just feeling on a day where you just want something, you don't have to try too hard, this is the one that I always reach for, and I'm really enjoying it. So this is Angel Eau de Toilette by Thierry Mugler. So next up we have another gourmand, and this is from the house of Lancome. This is the Maison Lancome line. This is Roses Berberanza. I mentioned this on my Roses video and how much I'm obsessed with it. I'm still completely obsessed with it. Doesn't look like there's much gone, but you don't need a lot of this. It's ever so strong, it's ever so loud, and a few sprays and you are good to go for the rest of the day. So rich and dense and fruity in here. Dense, dark fruits that have, as I mentioned before in the other video, I mentioned that they kind of, if you imagine the fruits that have gone over, that have gone, starting to rot, not a bad thing, it's just that they've gone into that rich, fermented, sugary stage. This is that, but it's so beautifully smooth as well. It's so loud. The rose is just so complementary with the fruits. This juice, if you can imagine this juice as a drink, this fruity, sweet drink, that's the kind of smell you're getting. That beautiful deep juice is exactly the sort of fragrance. There's pistachio in here, there's rose, raspberry, but the pistachio I think is what's giving it that funky, fermented kind of a scent. The rose in here is so beautiful and smooth. You've got honey and raspberry, which I guess is the, you know, the fruity elements to this sweetness, and then it's also rum, which I do get, because again it's that boozy, oh, it's just so delicious. This is the sort of fragrance I'd wear going out for the day Christmas shopping, or just shopping with my family, shopping with my mum. It's really fun, it's really enjoyable, and it's just a beautiful fragrance to wear for winter. You know, it puts you in a really happy mood. If you're feeling the winter blues, this will put a colour back into your day. I've not smelled anything that smells anything like this at all. So it's very unique, it's very beautiful. So highly recommend this one. This is Roses Berberanza by Maison Lancome. So my next fragrance is one I mentioned in my autumn videos, and it's followed me into winter. This is Fève Delicieuse. I think I'm saying it right this time. Delicieuse from the Christian Dior Prive line. This is a 40ml bottle. So Fève Delicieuse is a gourmand. As I say, I wore it a lot in autumn. This is a very classy, very formal, and very beautiful fragrance. The notes to my nose that I detect certainly are the tonka bean. That's probably the most dominant note here. There's cacao pod in here, vanilla, there's sour cherry. The sour cherry does give it a lovely sharpness, so it's not all powdery and too linear. The tonka bean is so powdery, it's like a marzipan, it's so beautiful. And when I wear this, it makes me feel like, I don't know, I think of a classy gentleman. Very formal gentleman, like old money kind of a smell, like a 1920s when people would go to these little clubs and bars and smoke their cigars and listen to jazz or something. Kind of like high society, sipping on brandy, you know, that kind of image. That's the feeling I get when I smell this. If I close my eyes, that's the image that I get. So I feel very formal and classy wearing this. It's not overly loud on me, but it's kind of more of a cozy, snuggle up kind of fragrance, you know, maybe a nice little formal dinner out with family or with your husband or whatever, and then you just sort of want to go for a walk afterwards. I don't know, it's more like that, I think. A nice cold afternoon meal in the pub, you know, nice and snuggly. Yeah, really love this one. So that's Fève Delicieuse from Christian Dior. Turn the little key. Yes. Okay, it's not just about the packaging. This is actually really beautiful fragrance. So this is the Black Phantom by Kilian. It's also pronounced Memento Mori. Well, that's probably a subtitle, which I think means something to do with the night, or dark. Mori, the blackness, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from there. It's Black Phantom by Kilian. Yeah, the packaging really just completely won me over. I've seen other people talk about this fragrance, and I've seen the packaging, and I can't get over it. I had to make sure, of course, that I like the fragrance, and I did get a sample, and I do really love this fragrance as well. This is just absolutely beautiful fragrance for this time of year and for the autumn as well. Another gourmand, of course. this packaging isn't for everybody. I've heard people talk about it looking tacky and all this. I've got to tell you, anyone out there is looking for something like this and isn't sure, look at the finger mark. It is a fingerprint magnet. This is quality. This is a lovely wooden box. It's not tacky, it's not plastic. It's really, really beautifully done. Absolutely stunning. It's got so many beautiful features on it. It's been so well crafted, and the presentation is just everything. Obviously it comes in this beautiful cushioned satin black padding. This is the bottle. Let's just clear that out of the way for a second. Whoops. So Black Phantom is a gourmand. It's a very sweet gourmand. So when I first smelt this, this is all up caramel. This is a rich caramel fragrance. I think this has got so many lovely notes in it, and I've noticed that people can smell different things. With me, it's about the caramel. When I wore this, my friend said that she could smell lots of coffee. So just to mention a few, we've got dark chocolate in here, we've got rum, caramel and coffee. There are other notes, but those are the main four, I think, that stand out at least. This to me is like being in a caramel factory. And the caramel is very slightly, not burnt, but it's getting very warm, really, really warm. And that's how it smells on me, at least, and how this is what it smells to my nose. It's just very straightforward like that. I don't think it's particularly complex. It's all about the caramel to me, but because of its richness and its depth, in terms of that one linear kind of a scent, I guess all those coffee notes and chocolate notes are all kind of layered up behind the caramel. That's how I get it anyway. It's very, very smooth, it's very boozy, it's very rich. I just imagine this like caramel ribbon that's being poured out of a hot pan or something, being poured into something else. It's that hot caramel. It's really beautiful stuff, really warming for winter. I do wear this in the evening. So yeah, fragrance, this beautiful fragrance, Black Phantom by Kilian. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, now for something a little bit more different. This is not a gourmand. This is as far from being a gourmand as possible. This is a fragrance by Renier, and it's part of the it's part of the Rain collection. There's 4 Rain fragrances in his collection, and this is Black Rain. I'm going to try and get to focus. It's really having a hard time. Oh, it's done it. Okay, so Black Rain. People talk about Kisses Rain quite often, which is very beautiful. This is the one that stood out to me, and I couldn't get away from it. It just kept me pulled in and intrigues me, and I mean, this is my sample that I got straight from Renier website, and I've almost finished it. I've not put this down. I've been wearing this so much. Absolutely love this fragrance. It's, as I say, it's not a gourmand in any aspects. It's a very sharp and very let's just talk about the notes, shall we? Okay, so there's mainly leather, rose and violet and ambergris. Here's other notes as well, but they're the ones that I actually can detect. So in the opening of this fragrance, it's incredibly sharp, it's incredibly green, it's even quite sour. So you'd probably wonder why on earth I'd be wearing this in the winter or in a month where you'd want to be cozy. This reminds me of crisp cold snow on a evergreen tree. I know that sounds bizarre, it really does. I can imagine being on the slopes, maybe skiing, I don't know, being surrounded by ferns, and that lovely sharp fern sap kind of a smell that you get. This is what makes me think of that. It really does. It's just really invigorating. I think that's what it is. The leather in here, once the sharpness goes away, it doesn't completely go away, but it does settle down. You're left with this really rich leather with a powdery violet thing as well happening. The ambergris here gives it a lovely salty edge to it, gives it a lovely base. It just makes it really Moorish somehow. I love it. It's very complex. It does change quite a lot as you're wearing it. I think it stays a nice projection as well. I can always smell it when I'm wearing it, and I think it lasts quite a nice time. I just found this to be the most unique and unusual of the Rain collection. I bought the bottle, and my husband's been stuck to get me something for Christmas, and I said, you know what, why don't you just get this perfume for me because I love it so much. It'd mean more coming from you. So he's actually taken my bottle away and he hid it so that I couldn't be tempted to go and use it. I found it. I'm sneaking it into this video just purely to show you what the bottle looks like. Really naughty, and I shouldn't have gone looking, but I couldn't help myself. Okay, so this is the bottle of Black Rain Eau de Parfum, 50ml. They don't sell these now with the black cap. They only sell them with the gold cap. And I prefer this beautiful wooden black cap. And I contacted Renier, and he actually sold me this for a really good price because there was only a few black caps left, and they come in a slightly cheaper box. So I think the price, he just allowed me to have this for a cheaper price, which is absolutely amazing, and I was so grateful. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging because it gets all creased, so I'm going to leave it as it is. But this is the bottle. I'm so excited to get this for Christmas, so I really need to now put it away and completely forget about it. Really naughty doing that, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. So that's it. No more bottle for now. So yeah, this fragrance is really beautiful. Not for everyone. I don't think it's for everyone, but if it's something that sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out. Something sexy and gothic for the evenings. This is Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. This was my new one I got on my last video, so you saw me unopen that. I've been really enjoying this fragrance actually. The more I wear it, the more interesting it gets. I kind of smell a bit of tobacco in here. I don't think there is tobacco in this, but I kind of get that tobacco-y, you know, it's not in a bad way, a really nice, you know, a nice cozy kind of a tobacco-y kind of scent. This one is rose, it's truffle, it's patchouli, and I believe there's chocolate in there as well. It's really earthy, it's very dense, it's a seductive kind of rose fragrance. This is something I've been wearing in the evenings a lot. It's my sort of moody fragrance. There's something about it that kind of gives me this old school vibe, you know, like an old school boudoir, French boudoir kind of vibe, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a sort of a gothic romance. It's probably making it sound like it's all over the place here, but I know what I mean. Just a rich, dense, musky, earthy rose. So different to everything I've got. I really enjoy this one. And yeah, it's just lovely again for this season. So this is Tom Ford Noir de Noir. Lovely gothic romance rose. So my next fragrance is one that's actually new to my collection. I only got it a few weeks ago, and I'm mildly obsessed with it. I can't stop. I just can't stop with it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, so this is Gentle Fluidity Gold by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Oh my god, I just love this fragrance so much. So this is a really creamy berry kind of a scent. The notes I'm going to mention are the vanilla, the juniper berries, amber and woody notes. Certainly juniper berries, if I didn't know what the berry was, I'd just say it was a blackberry. There's a really dominant blackberry, winterberry note in here. And there's the creaminess surrounding this berry is absolutely divine. There's woodsy notes in here, which I guess give it some depth. And I think that's what makes me enjoy it so much in this month as well. It's those lovely woodsy notes. The amber, I don't really get the amber, if I'm honest. Obviously there's some depth, I guess it's the depth, the amber's giving it that kind of, you know, that base, that lovely base, but it's not a prominent note. It's the vanilla, that creamy vanilla, and the berries that are just divine in this, absolutely divine. There's something sparkling about it, and something creamy at the same time. It's, oh my god, it's just absolute elegance. It smells expensive, which it should do because it isn't cheap. Fell in love, absolutely fell in love. I can't stop smelling this one, and I'm going to be wearing this a hell of a lot more. This is a lovely signature scent. I don't have a signature scent anymore because I've got so many fragrances. It's very hard to have a signature scent, but I think I'm going to be wearing this a hell of a lot. So this would be a kind of a contender for a signature scent. I love it, absolutely love it. So my next fragrance is actually the final fragrance I've been wearing this winter. So it's the last one I'm going to show you, the selection of ones I've been enjoying this winter. But it's also the first of my picks to take with me when I go skiing. So this is Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela. And it's part of the replica line. When I first smelt this and decided to purchase it, the first thing I thought was about being in a snowy cabin and skiing. That's for whatever reason, that's where I was when I first smelt this, and I knew it would be the perfect fragrance to wear in the winter, and it would most definitely be the fragrance I'll be taking with me when I go skiing. So this fragrance it's pepper, it's vanilla, it's woodsy notes and cedar. I really love cedar in fragrance. The woodsy notes are very prominent to me, and they really do remind me of the woods in a winter wonderland. It's very peppery, which I actually really love. It's beautiful, but the reason it works is because this vanilla in here is so creamy and beautiful. It's a peppery, woodsy vanilla. Very classy, it's very cozy, and it's very season appropriate for if you're going, you know, for winter, or if you're going anywhere that involves snow and log cabins and all that kind of thing. And yeah, so this is Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela Replica. I'm also going to be taking away with me my Black Rain by Renier when I go skiing. When we get there for Christmas Day, we're going to hopefully do presents, and I'll get my lovely bottle of Black Rain. So that's one I'm also going to be really looking forward to wear. It's got that invigorating, lovely green sharp scent that puts me in mind of snowy ferns and Christmas trees. Really good, lovely day wear fragrance for the winter and for being surrounded in snow. So that's another fragrance I'm going to be taking with me. Just a really quick mention on this one. This is a new fragrance actually that I got this week, and I've been really enjoying this. This is the Armani Prive line. This is called Bleu Lazuli, I think that's what it's called. I got this from a seller on eBay. Oh, I really love this. I've really fallen for this scent, and this is actually a great scent to wear in the winter. And actually, again, this is going to be one I'm taking with me when I go skiing. This is so beautiful. I've got no notes in front of me on this, so I can't tell you what's in it, but what I smell in this is powdery, violety, but also slightly marine-y, slightly crisp, soft, pretty. I really hope I can get a bottle of this maybe sometime next year, but I'm looking forward to taking a sample with me. And it kind of makes me think of like a blue winter wonderland somehow, but it's got a sweetness in here. And I get this image of like, this is really bizarre, but I get an image of like elves and candy canes and sweet kind of sweets that you'd have at Christmas. And I don't know, there's so much going on in this, but I really love this. So I really wanted to give it a quick mention because I'm really enjoying it. My last two are both evening fragrances that I'm going to be enjoying when I get there, and my first one is Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. So this is boozy, juicy cherry, and it's just absolutely lovely. So this is cherry and tonka bean, and there's a boozy note in here, and I think there's almond in here. It pulls quite a lot with an almond. I think I get more almond as it dries down, but it's a really fun fragrance. It's definitely one to wear in a celebratory evening, a festive evening. It's just so much, it's so decadent and so gorgeous. It is really juicy. I love that it's really boozy as well. There's a really nice booziness in this. And it's perfect for a Christmas evening. It's just perfect for that. And then finally, I'm going to leave you with my Christmas Day pick. This is my absolutely decadent, rich and very enjoyable festive Christmas Day fragrance. This is Oud Bouquet by Lancome. I'm going to be rocking this one Christmas Day. I'm going to be skiing all morning, leaving a trail of Oud Bouquet down the mountain. And then finally, when we get to our Christmas dinner, I'm going to be covered in Oud Bouquet. And it's Christmas in a bottle. It's festive, it's decadent, it's rich, it's beautifully gourmand, it's praline and rose, and oh my god, I can't say enough about this fragrance. That is all, guys. I hope I haven't waffled on for too long. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about my winter picks and my skiing picks, and I'd love to know what fragrance you're planning on wearing for Christmas Day. That'd be so much fun to know. So I'm going to leave you there. I wish you all a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year. And thank you to all my subscribers that have joined me this year. I can't thank you enough. It's meant so much. I look forward to catching up with you all again next year. Take care. Bye.